2017 was a year filled with absolutely awesome Easter eggs. From hidden buttons in Ghost Recon Wildlands to references to classic British comedy in For Honor. There's been a huge range of Easter eggs, and here at RoyalGorilla, we were there to bring you them all. Or as many as I could be bothered with. Well, since 2017 is well and truly over now, it's about time that we took a look at some of the very best Easter eggs of the year. In particular, we'll be limiting it to those that I've actually covered, so if you don't see any of your favourites, that's no doubt why. Last year's Call of Duty installation was the brilliant World War II. While it was filled with a couple of interesting Easter eggs, perhaps my favourite was the hidden balls that we covered just after the game's release. Welcome back, guys, to Call of Duty World War II. Now, today we're going to be doing a kind of normal Easter egg video, apart from the fact that I am recording this one live, which is why I can spin around like this. There's a good reason for this, because this is quite a complicated Easter egg, and I wanted to be able to kind of talk my way through it a bit easier than if I did it pre-recorded. So, today we're going to be taking a look at the Hidden Balls Easter egg, and this can all be found in the multiplayer headquarters, which is where I am right now. So, let's start with the first ball, because they're free to find, and the first one can be found right here by this big old gun, or whatever it is. All you'll need to do is, the way I do this is I jump on here, jump up on this bit, and then you're going to have to do a little sprint jump up to there, and just down there, you can see as a kind of volleyball, I guess, or I don't know, maybe it's like an old football. But if you go up to it, you'll pick it up, and now we have our first ball. The first time you do this, you will get a challenge complete, as you will for every different stage of this. But you can throw it by pressing RT or whatever your trigger button is, or whatever that would be on PC. But there we go, that was the first ball. Oh, I've lost it. Oh, there it is. There we go. I don't know if there's anything to do with these beyond this, but you can throw them to different players and stuff like that. But apart from that, I don't really know. Right, the second ball can be found just down here inside the theatre. So all we need to do in here is head to the back bit here, and this bit is pretty damn difficult to do. So you're going to have to jump up on here, and then this corner bit always gives me a lot of trouble. Oh, first time, honest to God, that's the first time I've ever done that. And go up here, onto that one, careful here, and going up here. I'm doing really well at this. This is surprisingly good. And now we've got to get across to there, which is a bit of a pain, but I'm going for it. Oh, this is the best I've ever done this. I normally take at least... Oh, shit. Okay, we're back here again. Right, let's get across to there. Give me 1 minute. Okay, we're back up here. I'm going to get up. There we go. That's how you do that. So now if we head all the way around here, we'll get around the front bit here, and then we're going to want to carry on going all the way. You can't actually go the other way. You will fall down, so you want to go the long route. In here, we will have a couple of little things. You can see the ball is right there, so let's grab that. That's what we're here for. There are a couple of other little things here, like the Kilroy was here, which I'm not quite sure what that means, but oh well, it's up here. And then also, if we head up to here, this is an entirely different Easter egg, but oh well, we'll have it here. There is a sledgehammer for, of course, Sledgehammer Games. So that's the second one done, and the third and final ball will be down there by that watchtower. I think that is the kill streak training, is that what they call it? So if we head all the way down here, you have to get up to the top. It's the score streak training tower. So you can press X, but that does not work. You need to manually get up there, because this one is probably the hardest of them all. And I do not envy me having to do this right now. So, you're going to have to get up onto here. This is a very tricky route. So, I've got to get up onto this next little pole, which is also pretty hard. There we go. And then we're going to crawl along to here so we can get right to the end, and we missed it. Great. Oh, did it again. For Pete's sake, this is so hard. Okay, now we've got to get onto that little bit of metal there, which is not too bad to do. Right, now we're up onto that next stage. Oh, we didn't move. Okay, that's dodgy. Okay, next stage is up there. Okay, that's going well, it's going well. Now we've got to go up even further, up further again, up further once more, and we can jump on into here. Whew, and there is the final ball, even though it's got number 2 written on it. Ah, I didn't realise they were actually in order to these. So there we go, that is all 3 of the hidden balls. If you do that for the first time, you will get a challenge, and I believe a calling card. So yeah, that's pretty damn cool. 2017's Assassin's Creed Origins was one of my favourite games of the entire year. It also included one of my favourite Easter eggs of all time, which I covered back in November. It's long been confirmed that Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs take place in the same universe. Whether that's people playing the Assassin's Creed games in the first Watch Dogs, or the Assassin's Creed movie posters appearing in Watch Dogs 2. But what we're interested in today is a mission that takes place in Watch Dogs, in which Aiden Pearce is tasked with assassinating Olivia Garner, the CEO of Abstergo Entertainment. Now, jumping back into Assassin's Creed Origins, heading out of the Animus, we'll be able to find an Easter egg referencing this very mission. On Layla's laptop, inside the Olivia Garner folder, will be some CCTV footage from Chicago. And yes, you've guessed it, this shows none other than Aiden Pearce assassinating Olivia. There's a really quite beautiful cyclical nature to this Easter egg, and for that reason, I think it might be one of my all-time favourites. While Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus couldn't quite live up to its predecessor, or 2016's powerhouse Doom, it still managed to include one of the best Easter eggs of the year, even though that took the form of an in-game arcade cabinet that many players would rather prefer than the New Colossus itself. So once you play a few missions into the game, you'll have a bit of a rest period on board the Nazi U-boat that kind of acts as your main base of operations. While you're here, there's plenty of locations to explore, but in particular, we want to go to the club/bar area. In here, you will be able to find an arcade cabinet called Wolfstone 3D. Now, I'm pretty sure you can already guess what this is, but you can actually interact with this cabinet and play Wolfenstein 3D. Although in this world, it's called Wolfstone 3D. So there is actually a reason this is called Wolfstone 3D instead of Wolfenstein 3D. Now the game is pretty much the same, but there are a few changes, such as you are now playing as a Nazi fighting against basically the members of the resistance. Hitler has been replaced by Terror Billy, who if you've played the Wolfenstein series, you will know that is our main character, BJ Blazkowicz. So basically, Wolfstone 3D is the Nazi equivalent of Wolfenstein 3D. The more you know. It seems like there's every level from the game here, which is a bit of a contrast from the last game, because that was more of an Easter egg and you had to find certain secret rooms where you could play these levels, whereas here you can just play them all in one place. Agents of Mayhem was a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. Sometimes it's nice to just blow shit up and not worry for a few hours. Through all of the explosions though, something stuck out to me, as you'll see in this next video. Okay, this is 100% my favourite Easter egg I've seen in a long time. Once again, we're here in the Ark, and we're going to head over to the R&D lab. At the back of the lab will be a pipe and a valve that you can interact with. Something very special happens when you do. I really hope you understand now why I love this Easter egg so much. I'm not even particularly surprised by it. Seems pretty par for the course for a Volition game. Okay, I have already mentioned this one earlier, but I could not resist including a reference to one of my favourite comedy troupes of all time, found in Ubisoft's For Honor back in May. Contrary to some of my previous statements of there only being 3 Easter eggs in the game, turns out there's actually a 4th Easter egg hidden in For Honor's multiplayer. This Easter egg references Monty Python and the Holy Grail. So the Monty Python Easter egg can be found in the Citadel Gate map. Now, I don't believe that there are actually any special requirements for this Easter egg to appear, beyond being in a game with actual players or AI opponents. I did go into a couple of Dominion games without any opponents set on, and the Easter egg didn't appear, so it may actually be required to activate the Easter egg. If you want to find it for yourself, it can be found directly behind the attacker's spawn point, just outside the map. You'll be able to find a dead knight, clad in black armour and missing his arms and legs. This is a direct reference to the Black Knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
We thank thee, Lord, that in thy mouth...
Come on, then.
What?
Have at you!
You are indeed brave, Sir Knight, but the fight is mine.
Oh, had enough, eh?
Look, you stupid bastard, you've got no arms left.
Come on, then. All right, we'll call it a draw.
You know what, I think that'll do for part 1. We'll be back exact same time next week with part 2. So until then, make sure that you subscribe and check out some of our other recent content. I'm particularly proud of my recent vlog. It's offensive, clickbait, and causing arguments left and right. Basically, I'm finally doing YouTube right. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Do make sure you join us next week for part 2. But until then, I've been the Royal Gorilla. Over and out.
His name is Luke and he's more than your average gamer. No ordinary let's player. Know about Easter eggs much better. Da 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 da. His name is Luke, aka the Royal Gorilla. Even bigger than the giant Godzilla. Follow him in every game he goes. Da da.